Hi guys, this is Miss Runnels and I want to say hi, and we all miss you so much. Today we're going to talk a little bit about some different ways that you can do math with money. And not a whole bunch, just a little bit of change. So we're going to talk about some ways that you can do it, going from pre-K level up to ever how old did you want to go, because it's good practice for everybody. So we're going to take a kind of look. This is something that I've been doing with my son who is in the first grade. So one of the things that he's supposed to do is sort the money into nickels, dimes, and pennies. So we just got a little pile of change here. And so the first thing that you can do with the money is kind of do a sort and identification, so that you are looking and seeing, identifying which coin that it is, so that you have a penny, and you can see the front and the back of the penny, a nickel, and so that you get used to being able to tell what does the nickel look like, a dime, and a quarter. Now let's see. Looks like I've only got one quarter here, and so the back of the quarter looks like that. Well, they look different depending on which state you have. But so one of the things that you can do, super easy, is just to practice so that you know what a penny is and what a nickel is, dime, and quarter. Okay, now another thing that you can do, especially if you are one of my younger friends, you can sort these and put them in patterns so that you can put them in rows and count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can see how many rows of 5 that you can make. You may even have enough to make a whole hundreds chart with your pennies, okay? And so you can practice counting all the way to 100. Another thing that you can do is practice coming up with different numbers, okay? So if you have, you want to do 15 cents. 15 cents. Okay, so 15 cents. So you can do it with pennies. And you're going to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 15. So you can have 15 pennies. Or you can have 5, 10, 15 with your nickels. Or you can build it different ways, like this. You can have a dime, that's 10, and then you're going to need how many more? You're going to need 5 pennies. Or you're going to need another nickel. So you can also make 15 with 1 dime and 1 nickel. And there's lots of different ways that you can make these, and it's good practice for you to count up your numbers and to have some practice with your money. Okay. Another thing that you can do is, if you don't have a number given to you, you can just take it, and you can do it yourself, or you can have a big brother, big sister, or a mom, dad. Just take the pile of money and put it like that, and say, how much is that? Okay, and you can count it up. First you can organize it, and then you can count up how much money that you have here, okay? And you can have the same set of coins that you use every day, and it can come up and give you a different problem to solve every day. Another thing that you can do is take that same pile of money and have one pile here and have a second pile here, and then you can decide and figure out which one is the most. But you're going to have to do it more than one way. So you can figure out how much is the most money, okay? That is considered what is the value of the money, okay? So this has got a bunch of pennies and 1 quarter, 2 dimes, and a nickel, okay? This one has pennies, 2 nickels, and a dime, but no quarter. So you can count them to see, do they have the same number of coins? And you can compare which one is the bigger number. And then you can also count the value of the coins and decide which one has the most. And that's also something that you could do with the same amount of money every day. If you are a young friend, you can make patterns with your money and see if you can get a pattern that's going over and over again. So if you were looking at this pattern, what's going to come next? A penny. And then is a nickel next? Nope, a dime is next. So it's also a good way, an easy way to do some practice with making patterns. Okay, so and that is just a piece of paper that I divided into squares. I did mine with 6 squares. You don't have to do 6 squares, you could just do 2. You don't even have to do any squares. It's just an easy way if you wanted to be able to do some comparing, okay? Another game and idea that you can have is to do like a little store. So here is our little store. And you can see these are just little toys and items. And it's a way that you can practice seeing with your little handful of change, do you have enough money for these things? So if you want this squishy, you're going to have to figure out, do you have 28 cents? And so you're going to have to be able to count your change to see, do you have enough to buy your squishy back? If you are older, 3rd grade and above, it's also an opportunity for you to practice some reasoning and deciding if you have $1, how much change are you going to get back? So it's also an opportunity to do some of the higher math things where you can say, okay, so I am going to buy this Lego guy for 45 cents and this necklace for 22 cents. And I have $1. How much will I have left over? And so then you know that you're going to add 45 cents plus 22 cents together, come up with that amount, and then subtract it from $1. Do you have enough? It's just another easy way that you can do use the same materials to do lots of different kinds of activities every day. So I just wanted to kind of give you some ideas of how that you can take a little bit of change from your piggy bank or, you know, from the inside of the couch or wherever. It doesn't have to be a whole bunch, to just do some practice. And what happens if you don't have any change for you to work with? Okay, that's okay. So you just need to get a piece of paper. And you get a piece of paper and you can do practice by making your own. So how are you going to do that? Well, for one thing, they're all circles, right? So that makes it easy. And then you can ask for some help, or you can use this video and you can say, okay, I'm going to make a quarter. How am I going to make a quarter? Well, first you got to make how many circles? You got to make 4 circles. Are they all the same size? Nope, they're not. So if you stack them up, you can see the dime is the smallest one. So you're going to make a little one and that's going to be your 10. And then they're going to go up from there, and you can see what they are, and you can draw their faces on there, or you can draw, where is my marker? So you can do it like this. You're going to have a quarter, and that's going to be 25, okay? And then you're going to have one that's just a little bit smaller, and that's going to be 5. One that's a little smaller is your penny, and your smallest one is going to be your dime. So if you don't have a whole bunch, that's okay. Just get you a piece of paper, and then you can practice drawing these and cutting them out. And then you can make your own pennies and nickels and dimes and quarters that you can practice with and still do this kind of activity. So I hope you are staying safe. I hope you're healthy. We miss you so much, and have a great day.